Hi, this is Jack Downs, a little screencast about what we did in 240 today, as I know a number of people were out sick probably with norovirus. So get well, rest, fluids, and hope to feel better. But in any case, for whatever reason you missed, I wanted to go over the assignment and what was a relatively short class. Today I introduced the webcam project. Oh, by the way, of course, you should go to Brightspace. You should look at what's due. You should look at the readings and stuff like that in the daily schedule. So that stuff all still applies to you. So please check that out. So the webcam project I kicked off today, and what this really is about is you're going to create a script. And this assignment, which I'm attaching to your email, explains how you're going to do that. You're going to make a script, a 60-second script, plus or minus 5 seconds. So you have to test it and read it. A script that you are going to read to a webcam, not just any webcam, but you're going to use our webcam studio next week, or you'll do it right after break. But the script is due next class. And it's going to be about something neat, weird, different, strange. And you're not going to have to make it up. You're not going to make up any facts. You're going to have to build a script based on facts that you will find. And where are you going to find them? And what kind of story this is going to be? I mean, what do I mean by weird, strange? Well, I played 2 videos in class. I played one of my favorite videos is about a surfboarding pig. I'm not going to play that for you here in this webcast, but please watch it. I'll send you the link as part of the email. So we watched that in class. It's not very long, 2 minutes or something, right? And then we watched this, which is a 1-minute commercial. This was a Super Bowl commercial about breast cancer detection. But it actually is about paying attention to your breasts. And the punchline is kind of like so many other people are, so you should too, and so on. And it's, well, hopefully it's an effective public health campaign. It actually follows up on one that I used to use from like 10 years ago, which was Dove, was sponsored by the Dove soap and fragrance people, which was also about paying attention to your breasts because other people do. That one used a hidden bra camera. Anyway, no, you're not going to, I don't think you're going to be making videos about hidden bra cameras or about breast cancer screening or about surfboarding pigs. So maybe someday you'll get to do that. That'd be fantastic. But what you're going to be doing now is making a script about one of these kinds of stories. A story that would make you say to your friends, hey, did you hear the story about? Hey, did you see that thing on the Super Bowl? Did you see that ad? And so on. So that's we would call these water cooler stories or brights. And you can read more in the assignment about that, what we would categorize these as. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to go find one of these. I'm giving you links in the assignment. Let's go to the assignment again. Stage 1 is you make the script, and then the script, of course, as usual, you're going to submit the script. I'm going to mark it up. You're going to keep the original marked up one. You're going to rewrite it, print out a new one for yourself, and that you're going to hand them both in at the end. This is an individual project, by the way, no teams. So webcam script. So it's a 1 minute, so 60 seconds plus or minus 5 seconds of this. We call this a kicker or talker or water cooler or bright story. Those are some names that might be used for this kind of story. We do these in text too, and you will see the text of these versions. You're going to search for online or humorous or odd or interesting brief news stories. You can just do a Google search if you want for weird news or strange news or odd news. You can use some of the links I'm going to provide here in the assignment, and more likely some of the ones I'll provide in the email that I'll send to you too. Okay, so that's what you're looking for. What you're not looking for is something like The Onion, which is great, but is intentionally fake news, fake joke news. Okay, so this is not what you're doing. You're not looking for fake news. You're looking for real news, but it's strange news or odd news, right? So you're not going to be doing a piece about this because it's hilarious, but it's fake. Right? Good. So you're going to go to sites like this, which is the AP Odd News site, and you could do a story about this ancient version of soccer that has rules like no murdering allowed, or you could do a piece about the Cheeto shaped like a beloved Pokemon, or maybe the world's oldest llama enjoys comforting sick kids. Maybe the crowd's cheer as runners with frying pans race to mark the annual Pancake Day. Or you'll go to one of the other sites and find something about giraffe escapes. I'm not sure about that one. How about Vienna's Vegetable Orchestra earns world record by playing with food? Fascinating. I don't know. So you're going to go to one of these stories. Let's go to the Cheeto story, okay? In fact, I'm going to go to it here. Okay, good. Here's a Cheeto story. Okay, come on, computer. So, what you're going to be doing is you're going to go grab the text from this Cheeto story. This is not very much text. You would have to build more into that to make it up to a minute. But you're going to be making changes anyway. You're going to be doing stories as if they were your wire service, as if they were content that you could do what you want with. We're not going to be publishing these. So we're going to ignore the fact that you would, if you were publishing this, this would be a copyright violation because you do not have right to this copy. You're going to present it as if it is your own, even quotes from people and stuff like that. So you're not going to attribute them to this Associated Press story. You're going to use them as if they are your own and you gather this information. But you're going to have to do more than that. You're going to have to get at least a minute. So some of these stories, you might have to go find other versions of them to get one that has the most content that you need. And also, you're going to be rewriting it to make it more conversational, as the assignment explains. You're going to find it. You're going to not use any fake news. You're going to make it conversational. You're going to make it readable, nice short sentences, plenty of helpful pauses. Tend toward the present tense, perhaps. You're certainly going to change the style, because even though these are funny and odd things, they tend to be written in very, very news writing way, which is not really conversational. So you're going to rewrite or actually add to it with a hook to start it off. It's probably going to be funny. It's going to probably be a joke. It's going to be attention getting. It's not going to be like that lead, a Cheeto shaped like the beloved Pokemon was sold at auction. That's fine. It gives you the information, but it is not attention getting and funny and interesting. You're going to add to it something about Pokemons or Cheetos or people who overbid things or I don't know what. Right? Good. So then you're also then going to look for essentially build a punchline ending. So something that really ends it off with in a neat way. And you'll find again that these stories tend not to have those things. So that is just a basic lead, which tells us the winning bid was whatever plus the buyer's premium. Okay, you're going to have to add something else about that, maybe about overpaying for things, or about what if I just eat the Cheeto, or I don't know what. So these things that you add, plus the general editing you're going to be doing, is going to be adding your own voice, your own impression, sort of your own, making it conversational, you're writing it the way you speak, and also, but still not changing the facts. You're not changing the facts. And again, you may have to find other sources of the facts too. And whatever story is the main source you're going to use, grab the link, the URL, and paste it onto the assignment also. Probably at the end of it. You're not going to read that, but I want to know where it came from, in other words. Okay, good. So that's the assignment. That's the gathering the information, and maybe you may find something you really like, but it's got almost no text at all. Then you may try to look for some other sources of the same story, but if you can't find something with enough text or facts to get a full minute, well, then you have to find something else. When you write your script, you're going to use our basic format. It's going to be typed, of course. It's going to be normal sentence case, not all caps. It's going to be bigger than usual. It's going to be indented paragraphs. It's going to be double or triple space. If you give yourself a hard word to pronounce, you have to figure out how to pronounce it and write it in. And you must include a link to the original story, but you're not going to read that. Okay, so how's your script going to look otherwise? It's going to start with this intro, and you could just write intro if you want, and then say, hi, this is, and you'll put your name in here with something completely different. That's actually going to be your first line. You're going to have it as the intro. Then you have the body, and that's where you write all that stuff you got, and then you have an outro, which you're going to literally write and literally then say, back to you, Jack. Why are you saying something completely different? Why are you saying back to you, Jack? It will make sense after the final editing. And remember, this whole thing is the script. So when you read it, you need to read and time yourself. And again, make sure you get a minute, roughly a minute, plus or minus 5 seconds. And you may have to do some rewriting to make that work. Okay, so that's what's due next time, is that script. There is a Dropbox. You could put it in, or you could print it out and just bring it into class. That's all we did today. So otherwise, we will, for those of you who are sick, hope you feel better, and we'll see you next class.